Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. Little fake out with the mute button there. VannKraken. Welcome to a pre-Thanksgiving version of Aeternum Academy. Tonight, we're going to have some fun and continue working on our level 33 character now. We went up 4 levels in our last stream from 29 to 33. We worked on some basics again. We're doing main story questing. We're doing some side story quests. We did run the Amrine expedition, which was pretty cool. It's the introductory level dungeon in this game, New World, which isn't too demanding. It's not too challenging. It's actually a very good introductory experience. Though the first time I went through it as a new player, it was sensory overload, not really having played a multiplayer MMO before. So we did get that done. We'll see about maybe stepping into Starstone soon. That is the next expedition. It's not too much more challenging than Amrine is. We'll see what other stuff we get accomplished tonight. We're going to work on our main story quest again. And we are working on our heart gem implantation ritual tonight, which could be a little painful, but is a key step in becoming a soul warden, the light side protectors of the island of Aeternum. And then we're going to keep working on mining. So we'll talk through some of the tips and tricks of this as we go along, which is really the purpose of this stream. I don't do this for fame and glory or a living. We do it for a hobby and to help people learn how to appreciate their time in this game and maximize their time as much as possible in as fun and supportive an environment as possible as well. It's not sweaty in here except for the temperature. My daughter loves to roast me out when I'm locked in my office, so got the temperature turned back down. Hopefully I don't sweat too much for you guys tonight, but we will work out some main story quest stuff as we go along again, and we are going to also pursue, in addition to the main story quest, some faction quests. So we haven't done faction quote-unquote quests or missions yet, I don't think, on this account. They're going to be the main thing that help us progress through our different levels of the Syndicate faction. You may be Covenant, you may be Marauder. We can all get along, though we're different colors, different creeds. We'll talk about the different levels and what that unlocks and what it means to really take full advantage of being in a faction, other than the part of where you can join a company, control territories, participate in the kind of ultimate end game experience in PvP, which is the 50v50 wars, which are pretty fun. I've had the ability to participate in those. Not everybody necessarily has, so definitely say they are a lot of fun, but you don't have to take advantage of that type of PvP to enjoy and benefit from being in a faction. So all right, first thing we're going to do is, let's go ahead and bump down to Windsward town. To get back onto the fast travel point, which is below us here, right above the Amrine expedition. It's pretty much underneath that rock. The excavation is here to over to here where the temple is where the expedition runs underground. Let's go back down to Windsward City, which has been renamed Corinth City in the recent enhanced character leveling 1 to 25 upgrade experience that released with Brimstone Sands and the Greatsword just a few weeks ago now. Gosh, 2 to 3 weeks ago? I can't even keep track of time, you guys. I know it was late October. Just prior to Halloween, right? So in the city here, what we're going to do is just try to pick up some quests. Faction vendor got moved back behind. He used to sit out here next to the Arcana shack, kind of in the back here now.
Now that you've officially joined in our enterprise, you should always seek ways to advance our interests.
So I think they're basically just telling us it's the first time you've visited the faction rep since we joined the faction. We joined the faction two live streams ago. So quite recent. We're going to try to get going on our faction tokens, which are going to help us elevate through our 5 levels, which are shown up here at the top of our faction vendor screen. Hey Popeye, how's it going, man? Thank you. God bless you as well, my friend from South Africa. Hey, I'm watching a lot of World Cup. You guys had the World Cup not too long ago, so been enjoying that. We have a range of game times here: 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m., and 12 p.m. So my daughter, and well, both my daughters are soccer players. I was as well. What you may call football, where you're from. And we've been enjoying the World Cup so far. Some good games, good surprises, as is always the case with World Cup. So, hey, glad you could stop in, and we are just going to work on a couple things tonight to further this character. It's only level 33. We're just past halfway to max level of level 60. So again, our bar has no filling in here. We have gained only 355 reputation, which is our tokens that we collect. Well, actually, the reputation is here next to the tokens. Each of these tasks would be 370, 560, or 225 rep. And then the tokens, 2275, 2900, or 1400. We're going to go ahead and pick up all three of these PvE missions right now. The PvE missions are across the top, PvP across the bottom. So as we complete these missions, we'll get tokens, which we can use to buy rewards here with a little bit of gold in the store. And then our reputation will fill up this bar and help us advance to each of these further levels. Yeah, definitely some weird upsets pop by. Is always the case, right? I mean, who expected Argentina to lose? Germany today. That was a very amazing comeback by Japan. So 2 late goals, though you could definitely feel the tide shift in that game. And I don't think Germany's defense is what it used to be. They're, as one commentator said, I think a little bit resting on their reputation. They need to put their play, I think, together a little more strongly on the field, maybe tactically as well. Last World Cup was not good for them, and with their loss today, coupled with a couple other results in their bracket, in their pool, it's going to be interesting for them. They may not get out again. To make a lot of German soccer fans very, very upset. All right, we don't have to be on the portal to port back to where we're going. Let's check the map, see where our quests pop up. All right, cool. So one of our quests is in Amrine. So we may wind up dropping that if we're not going to run Amrine again soon. We'll go ahead and hold on to it. These quests will update every so often at the vendor. We'll keep it for now, just in case we were to drop into the expedition. Our others are going to be on opposite sides of Windsward. Awesome. And nothing really popping up right here at the Amrine Temple, which is kind of what I was hoping, that we could knock out a faction quest while we're doing our Heart Gem Implantation quest. Let's pop back to where we were. And just gonna go through something really quickly from basically an accomplishments for the evening perspective. So we just released a YouTube video. I used to make YouTube videos a lot in my old game that I played, World of Warships, which I'll be doing some streams on here, this channel going forward again. Just taking a good cleansing break, but thinking about getting back into that soon. But we just released a video on YouTube on smart leveling principles. So rather than just going as fast as you can, trying to knock out some things that are important along the way of going from level 1 to level 60. So we are just going to be sticking to 2 main weapons during the 1 to 60 experience. It's maybe a little bit of dabbling on the side with other weapons, but mainly 2. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope everything is well. And by sticking with those 2 weapons, it's going to help us elevate those weapons to much more powerful status than if we were switching around and playing a bunch of different weapons all the time. We want to get them as close to 20 points of skill points in the skill trees as possible. Hey Julian, this is New World. New World from Amazon Gaming Studios. Just celebrated its 1-year anniversary. It's a really fun MMO in my experience. It's my first multiplayer MMO RPG. I played a lot of Skyrim single player on console prior to trying this game out, and I've not played World of Warcraft or any of the other biggies, though I know there's some other good games out there. I've really enjoyed this one for the last year. So I'm trying to give you some lay of the land of this game, best ways to grind out your character. And again, just going to stick to 2 main weapons. Next point, take time to gather and refine. So we're going to set a foundation for crafting. If that's what you're interested in doing, that's great. If it's not, it still is really valuable to get some of your base gathering and refining skills up to a middle level, like in a 100 out of 200 skill level, just to try to be able to refine and sell mats that are more valuable and generate gold if you just want to purchase your weapons instead of actually crafting them for yourself or your armor. Thirdly, we're going to manage inventory and spending, not spend too much gold, turn over inventory and try to sell some that we don't need so we can have as big a bank balance when we hit level 60 as possible. And tonight we're going to focus our activity within a territory. So that's why we're going to do these missions in Windsward, these faction missions, trying to raise our skill points up in Windsward. And lastly, we're going to push the main story and the faction advancement quests tonight. And we'll continue that theme as we go from level 1 to 60. Doing all right, been grinding on modern warships and tried to do World of Warships and failed badly. Do you mean on PC, Ryan? I'm gonna update my console World of Warships here this week. And maybe later this week or early next week we'll do a stream, jump back in cold. I have not been playing at all. So it's going to be a completely sketch experience, but it could be fun watching me noob out. I mean, it'll be somewhat familiar after a few games, hopefully, but I'm anticipating it's going to be a slow start. Been playing anything else besides World of Warships? Or is Modern Warships a different game? I know there's a few other naval combat games that have come out lately. And then World of Warships console having added some higher tiers, or at least tier 8, which I think is long overdue. Okay guys, we're not going to read all the lore pages, we're just going to collect them, and you see the pages we've collected here in our journal. You go back and read these stories, there's a lot of in-depth lore in New World that isn't told through cutscenes. They've added some of the lore in voiceover now, in the starter zones. But a lot of people still don't realize this game actually does have lore. You just kind of fail to see it if you don't read about it. So it's not the most accessible way to get people engaged in the story, and they're trying to work on fixing that. Oh, you couldn't even load a PC? Just didn't agree with your PC? I honestly don't know what the current requirements are for World of Warships on PC. I have updated my video card a couple times, so generally I've been okay. And I bought the beefiest processor when I bought this computer over 2 years ago, but bought the beefiest processor I could at that time, so I think I can probably still run it. Alright guys, we have to figure out how to get into the complex here. Modern Warships is basically World of Warships without caps using Cold War and on ships. Okay, so no capping. More like an arena mode in 5v5. That sounds cool. Probably has missiles and stuff like that as well, maybe. I did see some of the World of Warships streamers that I follow playing some different naval combat games of late. I think the group of streamers who started streaming World of Warships with me have basically all started streaming variety to some degree and just kind of got burned out. Julian, I used to stream 3 nights a week religiously for over a year, and then I just had a lot of stuff going on life-wise, so I kind of took a little bit of a break. So trying to get back on a couple night a week's schedule at least, but just not be so rigorous and pinning down exact nights and times. I kind of felt imprisoned by my schedule. Gotta admit, I've been playing 3 characters on this game of late. My main has not been getting a lot of love, which is a maxed out character. And then I've got another character that just turned level 60 that I've been using to capture all the content to make YouTube videos with. And then I've got this guy who is the streaming character, so I have to remember that he's the least powerful. And going against like 3 level 24s and I'm level 33, it can get a little sporty if you're not paying attention. Yeah, Julian, I, again, along with a lot of people, started streaming kind of when we were all locked in This is the Heartforged Guardian. He has to go through a little spiel. And I think I have to, yeah, I have to manipulate these pylons before I can actually do any damage to him. They reworked all these starter zone quests and some of these mini-boss scenarios. It made them a little more interactive, so it's kind of cool. It's not just jump in and kill the boss. Now his force field is gone. Now we're going to hit him with the spear. We're going to hit him with the great sword. Cycle for ability. And down he goes. So this is the reason we're sticking with spear and greatsword. We'll talk about this weapon combination as we go along. I love it because spear gives you a lot of rapid single target damage with that skewer, this 3-strike perforate, pop, 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 and then the vault kick is a stun maneuver. So you have a little bit of crowd control and a lot of quick single point damage. Actually, let's set this up real quick. And then the combo with that is the greatsword, and the greatsword has more crowd control capability with this defensive maneuver called Calamity Counter. Every time the enemies hit that shield, he's back. Oh no, we gotta kill him again. Hope I didn't bug my quest. We'll demo our weapons again. Calamity Counter is a crowd control capability. Basically knocks enemies back with the damage that they do to that force field. And it has some great offensive capability in the two kind of combo strikes. So I like to jump in, skewer, perforate. These guys do stuns. And then ball kick for my own stun. And go to greatsword for some big damage strikes. Now we'll do our Calamity Counter. Deal some damage back to him from my charged shield. And then rotate back to spear. Get it switch. Stun is big time. Got him. Now, guys, we're implanting our heart gem. So our heart gem is in this casing. Whoops. Which is going to protect us to some degree from the corruption on the island. This is very painful. It changes our life forever. So I did want to set this up a little bit. It's a little cinematic, but it's kind of an important part of the overall lore. We become a fully versed soul warden. Are you going to bug on me? This quest will bug sometimes. It's not letting me complete. Ah! Okay, practice on him. So Ryan, you say missiles, torpedoes, rocket launcher. Oh, helicopters and planes. Cool. We might have to leave and re-enter this area. Last character I went through on this quest line, it bugged out like this. I had to wait a little while and actually come back the next day, kind of thing. Try one more time. We'll try leaving the room. This doesn't do it. Oh, we got one more pylon. Start with spear. Gap close. Strike and then stun. Switch to greatsword. More damage. And go back to spear. Getting drops from him. Getting a little farming of drops. Okay, come on. Putting the heart gem in, but it's not giving us credit. Okay, did it work that time? quest marker's not checking off, so let's try going out and re-entering. Doesn't do it this time, we'll go to our faction missions and then try to come back again. Got some additional friends here to help this time. A lot of enemies, especially, well, a lot of boss level enemies like to do their spiel before you can actually do any damage to them. Like the pylons guys. We got our Azos staff last time out, and that's allowing us to manipulate these pylons. Try it one more time. Cinematic working, but waiting. Oh, we got it.
Did you think our bond severed?
So that voice is the voice of Isabella, who is kind of the, as we call it, the dark side, the current dark side personified of the island of Aeternum. This guy has friends. Gotta watch the ads. He didn't leave us a drop. That's good. Make sure you grab the drop. Get some relatively rare music sheets. Hold on one second, Ryan. Get this guy. Enemies respawn really quick in this area. It says, do you ever try out modern warships? Don't bother with the arsenal ship because it's really expensive. Is that like the premium ship? Something I like about this game, the only premium content is skins and emotes. There's no subscription. There's no premium weapons other than how they look. So there's really so little pay-to-win element to this game. And it's a one-time purchase. It's on sale. It's $20. Full price is $40. I imagine they'll probably have another Black Friday sale. They just had an anniversary sale for half off. So this has been the best value for my money that I've ever had in video gaming by far. Played a lot of hours, just one-time fee of $40. You can get free skins just through Twitch if you're a Twitch Prime member. Okay, yeah, and then it's an exclusive ship. Yeah, I've really tried to just not... Well, the only tokens that I have on this, like the premium currency, were originally given out on Twitch, and they have a store, so you can buy different things like armor skins, weapon skins, housing. You can have different pets and decor items, camp skins, but you can unlock these things during special events for free. You can unlock a lot of armor and weapon skins for free or through Twitch Prime. So again, I think this game's been an amazing value. It has issues to be fixed. They've worked on it a lot, cleaned up a lot of the bugs, added a lot of new content. Has a long way to go, but it's been a great experience for me. Costs anywhere from, whoa, okay, so $1,000 to $7,000. So it's kind of like Star Citizen then, is that it? Where Star Citizen had super, super expensive ships. Hey, boats. How you liking it? You still playing? Game's been great. Breakup for Legends for you. You did. I know you downloaded. You said you were cranking levels for a while. It is such a different experience than World of Warships or any other like repetitive player versus player game. You can play Outpost Rush, which is the mode in this game, which is similar to World of Warships. It's a 32 player to 40 player PvP mode, so 16 to 20 players on a team with a map, capture points. that sort of thing. Similar style to any of the first-person shooter map-based games or World of Warships, World of Tanks. But you don't have to play that mode if you don't want to. You don't have to play it all the time. You can play it as much or as little as you want. So the aspects of crafting and gathering, running dungeons, leveling your character, building up their attributes has been really, really fun and just a complete change of pace for me. Cranking level 50, okay. Feel like you want to start over knowing what you know now. Well, the thing is, dude, you really don't have to start over because you can completely change your character up. I mean, this is the other difference about New World versus other MMOs. Now, I played a little bit of Lost Ark when it came out to take a bit of break from this game because I've grinded this game so hard. But I didn't take a long break. I kept playing this, but just dabbled. I probably ran maybe 40 hours in Lost Ark. The thing about New World that's so awesome is up to level 60, you can respec for free. I think it's level 60. So if you change your attributes here and you swap out your weapons to a different weapon and armor set, you're basically creating a completely different character by changing attributes and gear. And you don't have to regrind levels or anything like that, or choose a class, a fixed class. So that's what was weird. And I know it's very MMO centric that you have to have alts. So, you know, I built my 5 alts out on Lost Ark. I only wound up playing through one of them to max level. And I was like, okay, now I have to start the process over, or you have to buy the pass to accelerate your progress to the end. Like Ryan's saying, more pay to win, more pay to progress. In this game, you don't have to do that. You just respec your attributes, swap out your gear, and it's a completely new character in essence. So you can change up your role as frequently as you want, paying a little bit of gold after you get to level 60. Love the gathering, crafting. I'm a skills grandmaster on my original character, which basically means I'm level 200 in everything. All of these are 200 on my original character, and I just dig it. And the reason I dig it is not so much just the crafting part of it. It's just being completely self-sufficient. I never have to buy anything from anybody. If I want to craft my own armor, my own weapons, my own chests, jewelry, anything now, I can make it. Or the friends that I've had and some of the companies I've run in, I can make stuff for people. That's been really, really fun. But it does take a long time not to just get all of your stuff to level 200. But then if you want to be completely proficient in armoring, for instance, you need armoring clothing, and you need armoring food, and you need trophies in your house to be able to craft the 600 level max gear. So that takes a while to build up, and a lot of effort in gathering and crafting the trophies at the highest level, that sort of thing. So it's been super fun. I, in World of Warships, loved building up my ships and my ports and my commanders, and this has that same aspect to it, but you don't have to do it in PvP mode over and over and over again. So Ryan said it is kind of like Star Citizen. Prefer ships like the Enterprise highest cost $1,200 US. Now it's $200 and absolutely worth it. Modern Warships is entirely pay to win. You get everything for free, but it takes you a long time to get. Okay, I'm gonna take a note and just check it out. It sounds interesting. There was a tank game. I was initially a World of Tanks guy for a long time, like 2 straight years. That's all I played, that and FIFA. I still play FIFA off and on. That's kind of my chill, relax, not PvP, just squad battles with some of the player versus player games, but those get rather salty in FIFA as well. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. But World of Tanks, they had a modern version of World of Tanks called Modern Warfare, and I played that for quite a while as well. And that game kind of went the way of the dodo. It just didn't make it. Lost traction. I don't even know if anyone still plays that. Had a lot of promise, but basically fizzled out. All right, we need to go back and talk to our buddy Yonas. He is the Master Soul Warden. We're running in the wrong direction. Whenever I run by an animal, I basically kill it and skin it. One thing boats in this game, like some things are way easier to level now than they used to be. They really, I mean, every single thing is easier to level than it was. And skinning is insanely easier. Like on my fresh level 60 character, I'm already like 175 tracking and skinning. And that used to take twice as long as any of the other skills. And now it's like juiced. Tanks are coming to modern warships soon, so they're kind of going backwards War Thunder. Whereas War Thunder started with tanks and planes and stuff, right? And then went into ships later. So what kind of character are you running, Boats? Are you running a healer, a tank, or like a DPS? There's our portal. Easy to see in the nighttime, guys. It's just that beam straight up in the sky. The initial version of the portals, or spirit shrines as they're called, did not have that kind of laser of light, so they were a lot harder to find. Yonas is hanging out by this portal, and then we're going to use the portal to knock out some of our faction missions. Can't run by anything without grabbing it. Yes. I think last stream I said I call it the squirrel effect because you're like a squirrel darting around, but I think it's also like a dog, like, oh, squirrel, gotta chase it. I'm terrible that way, but terrible fun for me.
Surrender a life. You have surrendered your own soul. I salute your sacrifice.
So becoming a soul warden, you get this gem that is encased and implanted into your chest, and again it protects you from the negative energy on this island, which is called the corruption, but at the same time it dulls your emotions, it dulls your senses, and it's kind of required to create a buffer between you and the evil on the island.
Of a new soul warden was caused to party for 3 days and nights, but there's only 2 of us now.
Yonas doesn't want to have a 3-day kegger, I guess.
Affair. Indeed. I know a place we could set a camp, and I might even have a few candidates.
So he wants, we're asking Yonas if we can recruit amongst the other factions to create some more soul wardens, since there's only the 2 of us. Yonas just remembered he's a soul warden. We're the newest in the group.
I suppose so. I met
so he wants us to try to rally the other factions.
Came here
3 factions, 3 colored factions of the island together to maybe raise up another group of soul wardens to counter this growing threat of corruption.
Then look for me up that way at our new camp.
All right, so we knocked out a big chunk of the main story quest, getting our heart gem implanted. Soul gem's heart gem. Got us to level 34. So the next main story quest element is going to take us up to Brightwood. We have not ventured to Brightwood yet. You can tell that because none of our icons up there have turned to gold or yellow. I'm colorblind, so I may not call this right. Please don't hate me. So that'll be a new territory for us to explore. It's still lower level. It's level 35 and below, so we're level 34 now. We should be pretty comfortable venturing up there, especially since, again, we keep working on these 2 main weapons and skilling them up. First time I did this, I did not skill any weapons to any degree. I was just trying out everything and only had everything to like 3 skill points. And when I went into new areas, I got slaughtered, honestly. But now, again, I'm focusing my weapon mastery on just 2 guys and a couple other minor things. So it doesn't mean there aren't other good weapons. There completely are. Great Axe is fantastic. I will get a bow soon and start working on a ranged weapon, though blunderbuss is incredibly fun. Musket is the master PvP tool if you're a first-person shooter fan. I maxed out all these magical weapons on my main, but I don't necessarily play them yet. And sword and shield, rapier, and hatchet all have their uses for sure, as does Warhammer. But right now we're really sticking on spear and greatsword. Going back to Ryan's, this is Modern Warships on mobile. Come to PC in 2023 and be crossplay. Okay, that's cool. Still TV. Oh, why did the tree just fall? I don't know. Someone probably chopped it. That's one of the best things about this game, and Boats will probably attest to this. that the sound effects on this game are insanely good. They have whole videos of the crew that have done the work on the Foley art and the outdoor art of capturing all these sounds. Like, to do the musket, they went to Civil War reenactments, and they go out and actually chop trees and do it in different environments, in echoey environments or not echoey environments, to capture these different noises. So if I chop this tree down in the open, it makes one sound. If I'm next to rock, it's another sound. If I have a helmet on, it's more dull. If I have no helmet on, it's a brighter sound. The sound design in this game, just like they say sound in a movie makes a huge difference, almost as much, if not more in some cases, than the visuals. That's the case with this game. It's freaking fantastically done. So that's probably what you saw. Ryan was a neighboring character chopping down a tree. All right, we're gonna jet over. You know what? Giacomo is a guy who wants to give us a quest that will help us with some housing stuff. So we've got two portals that are kind of equidistant from our blue faction mission. So we'll go to the one where we can pick up the quest from Giacomo and then head down south. Boat says I'm doing DPS, tank interests you, been running great sword and hatchet. Great sword and hatchet's a good combo. I think anything is a good combo with great sword. And hatchet is a great solo PvP weapon because it's one of the highest single target damage output weapons that there is. Super fun. Great against the angry earth. So I run hatchet and great axe, like the Genesis expedition, which is one of the 2 dungeons that you can spam over and over to raise your gear score once you hit level 60. Okay, let's find this quest here to pick up really quickly. Oh, we should just do this. Go on the map, hover on it, pin it. It'll now light up on our compass. There it is. But as Boat says, squirrel, get this stuff we run by. Motes that we're going to gather from certain types of magical plants have properties that are used in all kinds of crafting. They're used in armoring. They're used in arcana. They're used making honing stones and coatings. Okay. Lore page is the actual quest clue. Follow the traders to chase and step. Okay. Chase and steep. We're not going to go that way. We're going to go south. We'll pick this up later. It's the good thing. These quests are all going to sit in our journal. We have our main story, which we just worked on with implanting our heart gem. We need to work on our blue faction missions in order to be able to unlock this quest and complete it to move to the next level in our faction. And then you've got your side stories. We're working on a few. We have one we could turn in Monarchs. And then our faction missions are down on the bottom. Those are what are showing blue on the map. So let's go get some of these faction missions knocked out. Earn our first faction rep. You get a bonus on your first 3 missions of the day. So while you're doing your basic leveling, at least do your first 3 faction missions. When we get back and turn in our quest at the vendor, we'll talk about the ultimate rewards you can unlock in the faction store. And you definitely want to have that faction store completely unlocked as soon as possible after hitting level 60, if not before. Hemp, guys, you can only harvest it. You can't smoke it. Don't even ask. Just for fiber. I think all the old sailing ships of this era is set in like a 17th century. But they're all hemp sails, weren't they? Hemp fiber. As well as the rope. earth motes. There's earth motes, fire motes, water motes, air motes, lightning motes, death motes. All from different types of plants and different types of rocks. When you harvest the plant style motes, you get harvesting experience. Oh, you bugger. Yeah, he beat us to it. That's alright. There's plenty more. Windsward has a lot of hemp and a lot of motes. The lower level areas are pretty resource rich. Lots of trees, rocks, and a decent amount of iron ore and other metals. Okay, where is this quest? Should be right around it. Here we go. There's also a note on the ground. Song of the Spheres. These spheres are these spheres, big spheres sitting in the embedded in the ground. There's a shattered obelisk in the middle of Everfall. Read about Yay. And rumor has it that maybe these giant spheres were part of that constellation of towers in the middle of Everfall, and there was a giant explosion when the obelisk shattered, and these were propelled and thrown out. You'll see them all over the island, but we don't know how they got there. That part of the lore has not been revealed to us. Let's take 1 second, you guys. Just realize, turn off the music, and we want to perform a song to not only bump up our music level, because the higher we get, the more buffs we get. We want to get the buff from performing the song. So in this case, we're going to pick, we have 4 unlocked. Altogether now gives more group experience when you're in a group. Decidedly Dexterous helps you gather faster. Territorial Triumph is what we want. That gives you more territory expertise, more territory standing. So let's do this real quick. Knock out a quick song. I was Sneaky the Smuggler on the mandolin. Some of the songs have up to 4 parts. And they really juice this. You have to hit all the notes perfect, I guess, to get the excellent score now. Otherwise, you get a great. And when you collect music pages, it basically fills out your songbook. So now you can see down here we have an extra buff lit up. So our food buff is expiring that we used a while back. This is territory standing gain, increased by 20% for 60 minutes. Oh my god, freaking Turkulon. Turkulon is here. This is the giant Thanksgiving turkey. Oh my guys, we are so freaking low level. He's level 60. Let's drop a tent. Or camp. Oh crap, we need flint. Because it is a very high probability that I'm going to die instantly. Okay, we need flint and wood to make our camp. Our camp is tier 2, so it's just a lean-to. Okay, now we'll respawn here when we die. I don't have a ranged weapon. Oh, I have a fire staff. Okay. I'm not good with fire staff. But I'm afraid to get too close to him, you guys, because he's going to work me. See that skull over his head? That means I have no business going near him. Where is everybody? Oh, there's a turkey. So if we look on the map, you're going to see a little icon. That's Turkulon icon. But he's in 2 locations right now, it looks like. Someone's saying Windsward is, or sorry, Everfall as well. Yeah, there's 2 of them, so probably not going to be a lot of people coming down here. I'm going to alert global chat. He's here. One guy. We put him on our slide, or on our thumbnail for the stream. I was kind of kidding, because I didn't think I'd have any business actually trying to confront him. Our fire staff isn't going to do jack to him. He hadn't got bust from harvesting the turkeys. Turkulon seems like a group challenge. The Thanksgiving boss was tougher. Not the Thanksgiving, the Halloween boss was tougher. Balthazoo. You needed like literally probably 20, 25 people to take him down effectively. This guy seems a little less, but still. Oh shit. Oh no. Run! Oh god. This guy, I have not seen a group of less than, say, 10 take him down. Okay, that guy got aggro. Yeah, if you kill the turkeys that are running around, you can get cool items that help you attack Turkulon, including some gear. What's this guy's doing? I think there's some potions that protect you from his fire underneath. We're getting a little bit towards the end of this event, so maybe people are a little less jazzed about taking him out. There's just not that many people here. Oh shit. Oh no. Pardon my French. Dude, I'm just a 34. Don't target your laser eyes at me. So he basically flops down on you. He'll kick you. He'll peck you. And then his eggs explode. Oh, jeez. I guess if you're far enough away from him, the laser doesn't affect you. I'm pretty dang sure if we were close, we'd be just nuked by that. Right, where are the people? Wow, it doesn't look like we're going to get much of a group here to confront Turkulon. Yeah, the goal of the event is to go around harvesting the regular turkeys, and then they give you, again, gear and buffs that help you power up against Turkulon. But if you have a level 60 character that's relatively skilled, you don't need any of the buffs necessarily. Just having a higher gear score is enough. Fire's pretty nasty, though. That's popping out some major damage. Heavy attack. hold down your button when you're attacking and it'll give you a heavy attack. 1-point fire staff, guys. I'm just afraid to go in there. Look, he just stepped on a 59 and killed him. We're doing literally nothing to him. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a crowd though. Taken a tiny bit off his health bar. Purple tunnel. Making a little bit of progress. This is what I've seen most people doing who are under leveled against Turkulon, is just playing ranged. I don't know if we'll do enough damage to him to actually even get a reward. By killing the normal turkeys, you can get little sacks of gold. And by killing Turkulon himself and doing enough damage in the process as part of the group, oh crap, you can get some giant turkey legs. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but they're a luck food item to increase your gathering luck, or your drop luck when you're on a chest run. You just got the DDGX. Fill me in on what that acronym is, my friend. Hey, Hitman. Yeah. We are celebrating pre-Thanksgiving with a giant Turkulon right now with our meager level 1 fire staff. We're not near enough level to go after this guy up close, so we're just seeing if we can chip in enough damage to actually get a reward. This is a group like raid boss type of kill. So you see the skull that's there on his nameplate. That means I really have no business getting anywhere in the same postal code as him. Hope you're having a good week, Mr. Hitman. Hope you have something good planned for Thanksgiving. Time with some family. Same for the rest of you guys. All this work and we only have 1 health bar taken off him. He has a couple million XP. Uh-oh. Set it away. Yeah, the eggs explode, and the fire stays on you as a duration of time effect, so you definitely don't want anything to do with the fire. Oh shit. Let's get out of his path. Kind of makes it hard to melee him with all the exploding eggs. Just popped in to say best wishes. Yeah, you too, my friend. Thank you for coming by. Have a great holiday. Well, I guess it's not so much a holiday for you guys, right? More our holiday. Hey, 5 Jumps. How are you? Yeah, I have casual plans. Just going to in-laws, basically. We don't have to cook or clean, which is kind of nice. Everyone's doing something somewhat fun, US or not. You don't have Thanksgiving. I know you have other holidays coming up. Yeah, do not want to be in the burning area. Here comes the laser eyes. He doesn't point those at us again. Oh, next generation American guided missile destroyer. So is that something you had to unlock? That's like a tech tree ship? We're gonna go heavy attacks. Fortunately, I put my bow in my locker. I'll probably do a little bit more damage than this fire staff. Ooh, little bit of fire. Not good. My main character has 10,000 hit points. That fire has a duration effect that really saps your health. And my fresh 60, I've died twice in Turkulon encounters. My main 60 is way powered up, so has a lot more protection. Doing alright. Dreading your decision to do the turkey trot. Oh, and run at 9 a.m. My older daughter used to do that. She hasn't done it for a couple of years. Just do it with a friend. Back when I was young, I was pretty good at distance running and had good endurance for soccer, but not now. I'm not trained for it now. They used to do it with friends. They haven't done it for a while. Alright. Let's try and go get a few spear stabs in. See how fast we die. Get out. Oh crap. Almost died. Fire's gonna kill us. Ah. Yeah. Someone revive me, please. Let's see if someone picked me up. We definitely do not. Oh, don't res me here, dude. I'm right under the turkey. Do not res me in the fire. Ah. Okay, well, our camp is close by. That's why we built the camp. Yeah, if you res someone where there's still a damage effect going on like that, you died twice and you can't respawn again. Except at the last respawn place. It's either your camp or a portal or a main city. So we're gonna have to stay ranged. Need some more help though. Yeah. Getting up at 9 to run, that'd be a bad decision for me right now. But good luck to you. I hope it's just for fun, or I don't know if you have time, or if it's a fundraiser. Turkey trots definitely seem to be a popular thing now. And keeping out of practice, less time to run since midterms and prepping for finals. Well, I mean, as long as it's not a competition, right? Like, I could go run a 10K, it just would not be pretty. At all. I did run, well, I got injured playing soccer, so my soccer season was done, so I decided I would do cross country with some of my friends who were longtime cross country runners back in high school, and it was difficult. But I could jump in and do distance relatively well when I had been training within the last 3 to 4 months at least. Taking a break from coaching soccer, we'll see for how long, so I haven't been getting out and doing my running during training like I normally would. So. Alright guys, he's like not even half health yet. I always seem to run into this guy when I least expect it. Just keep doing heavy attacks. So pathetic. 63, 45. Crit, 61. Below half health. 60's down now. So we're at 34. I'm not going to live under them at all. It's too bad we don't have a higher skill dex weapon with us right now. Let's see if we're even going to get credit. partially for fun, partially for anybody. This one, my friend. Share it. Very cool. Well, that's worth it either way then. So that's a lot of credits you had to spend for that ship, Ryan. Holy crap. Depending on the economy, right? That's a lot of games to grind out. Tall grass is blocking my vision. Getting more folks on him though. He's losing health a lot faster. Sad part is I'm probably not even going to get a reward because my percentage of damage done is going to be really low. Oh well, for the fun. Aim at his waddle. You get headshot damage. Looks like that's hitting him up there. Stick his body. He's in trouble now. Alright, he went down. And the sad fact is, it's proportionate damage done. So we don't get credit. That was fun anyway. We'll pick up this rabbit that died in the carnage. Alright, on to our next task. So we're gonna go check out this, number 4. We have to do some hunting. So that's the next stage of this faction mission, as it's called. I don't know if I can actually look that up so easily right now, Ryan. I'll have to do it after the stream. I'm going to look it up, though. DDGX. And that game title I'll look up, too. Is that on... Well, you said it's mobile right now. Let's go back to our weapons that actually work. Okay. We need to hunt bison. And we need to hunt... And just skin them. Okay, need 3 bison. All that work and the carpal tunnel for nothing. So the way these bosses go, you typically don't get credit unless you do a certain percentage of the total damage done to that enemy. So I should have gotten credit for hitting him like 600 times. But I guess not. Yeah, I have a bunch of tabs open. I'll see if I can check that out in a bit, Ryan. I'm just trying to get more in tune with streaming a PC-oriented game versus streaming my console to my PC for streaming. It's a little different setup I'm just trying to get used to. Okay, there's usually a couple more bison that hang out in the back. There's one. Spear has some of the best damage against beasts. Mobile only right now. Okay, PC version coming out sometime 2023. That's me pretty wild if they have a basically crossplay between the mobile version and the PC version. I guess if you keep it to 5v5, that's possible. Hey, Moist, how's it going? Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. Hope you have something fun planned for tomorrow. Not too taxing. Get to do some just chilling out and relaxing. I'm going to try and do that. Just watching some soccer with my daughter and eating some turkey and then falling asleep, probably. Okay, we're just doing some faction missions. Let's run back down to this portal here. And then we're going to head to town, and we're going to have to run across to the other side of the map. We've not unlocked all these portals in Windsward yet. We have 2 other ones down here and over here. Whenever you're near a portal doing a mission or out on a gathering run, just go grab that portal and unlock it. More of a baseball guy? Well, if you're ever going to check out soccer, Moist, it's the time to do it. The World Cup is an amazing spectacle. And super fun, and all the fans are totally into it. The best thing about soccer games are that they're, especially in these initial rounds, they're a fixed amount of time. They're 45 minutes each half, plus stoppage time, added back for injury or whatever. They are running a little longer in World Cup, but they've changed some rules to make more of the time for injuries and stuff captured and added on at the end. But no commercials until the half's over. So, you know, versus the last bit of a basketball game or a football game, or definitely the last part. Well, I guess a baseball game can go that way as well if they're switching pitchers and pinch hitting, all that stuff. Definitely slows things down. And baseball is generally pretty long anyway. Baseball is trying to speed things up with what the pitch counter now, the clock, the timer, and soccer's trying to make things go a little longer right now, but still not too long. All right, saw that portal. It's right up here. There's no mounts in this game yet. Mounts are coming, is what the devs have said. I've never had them. Wouldn't know what life would be like with them. They did add a ton more fast travel points. So I think there's enough of those. Plus, if you run on the roads, you get a little bit of a speed boost by doing that. Or certain weapons give you a speed boost, like bow and rapier. In fact, that's a two-handed sword. The one-handed sword is a sword and shield. Yeah, we'll assault some critters on the way. Show the great sword. It's awesome. It's a new weapon that came out about 3 weeks ago. It's fantastic.
Joined in our enterprise.
Okay,
You should always seek ways to advance.
And since we're
Missions
here,
are available anytime on the faction board
we're gonna
here
drop
and in other settlements.
this Amrine one. So we're not going to run Amrine tonight, so we can pick up 2 more. So we turn that in. We got a little bit of faction rep here that boosted this bar. When we get to level 2, we can run a mission to bump up to the next level, unlock more of the faction shop. And we're trying to boost our standing too, because we're going to, spoiler, trying to buy our first house here in Windsward. Windsward is probably the favored area for people to buy houses. Windsward and Everfall, 2 most popular towns. Centrally located and have really good layouts for crafting, if you do like to craft. There are guilds, Moist, they're called companies. Yes, there are guilds up to 100 members per. And then some groups are so big they have split companies into multiple companies. And that becomes important because if you turn on the filter here for faction influence, these territories are owned by different companies, by different guilds. So you can only attack a faction of a different color. So we're purple, the Syndicate. You can attack the yellow, which is the Covenant, or the green, which is the Marauders, but not another purple faction or purple company. And that's kind of the end game. This guy does not want me to be able to harvest him. That's the end game PvP. Is 50 v50 wars. You fight them over control of the forts in each town or each territory. And whoever takes over the fort, wins the territory. So in this case, the company that owns the territory would defend the fort. and the attacking company would have to basically capture 3 capture points outside and then capture the inside of the fort to win territory control. And then if you own a territory, you get to collect taxes from people owning homes in the territory, crafting, and Everfall and Windsward are the 2 most lucrative territories, so they did change the income distribution a little bit. Still, they make probably over $1 million, $1.5 million gold per week that they can distribute out to their company members. So it's a crazy upset. Yeah, Saudi Arabia beat Argentina, which was a huge upset. Japan beat Germany. Very, very unexpected. That's kind of the World Cup, right? U.S. had a good first half against Wales, and then I think kind of coaching-wise blew it. Changed their strategy, stopped pressing, made some substitutions too late, and not the right substitutions, I don't think. This worked out awesome. So we dropped the quest in Amrine, and we picked up 2 more that are grouped right around the quest we already had. So now we can knock out all 3 of these quests right in this area. So this is going to save us a ton of time. What is that one? Oh, okay. We need to hunt lynx in this area. Let's show the greatsword for moist. If I see a dead animal, I'll still skin it because it gives us raw materials and it helps us with our skinning skill. Which we've leveled up to 59 already. Like the notes, they give us XP. I saw a lynx over here. Oh, that's a rabbit. Let's go grab the lynx first. Greatsword, I have 2 strong attacking moves on it and 1 defensive move. So you can mix up whether it's a tanking weapon for basically absorbing damage and crowd control, or whether you use it as an offensive weapon. It's a little OP right now, maybe a little overtuned, but it's fantastic. It sounds awesome. It feels great when you land big hits. So Boats, you said it exactly. My younger daughter, my older daughter has a Gio Reyna jersey we had to buy for World Cup, and we were like going, why is he not bringing in Gio Reyna? And then he brings in Jordan Morris, the U.S. coach. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. And why they didn't make the subs earlier, I don't know. And why we just tried to fall into a shell and put in 2 6s, 2 holding mids. Another error. We should have just kept, I think, attacking and pressing more. Though they did start to attack more into our zones. Our attacking third, I think we blew it. Yeah, in Berhalter is a controversial coach, right? Okay, we need 2 more links. So gotta keep running around here until we see 2 more links spawn. It's generally gonna be around the area of the quest marker. But when it's an animal, like hunt a certain number of animals, you kind of have to cruise around that blue marker, in this case, a bit. Lots of rabbits. Need the rabbit quest. I'll let you live right now. It's rare. I should take them all out. Yeah, I think Gio Reyna said he's 100% ready to play. There's one. There's a lynx dead ahead. Oh, there's some ore. Mine. Got a mine ore. When we see it. It's the other thing we're trying to do, you guys, work on our gathering skills, and mining is probably the most important one. If you can get it to at least 100 quickly, you can pick up star metal, which is the blue rocks. Which if you can refine iron into iron ingots and star metal into star metal ingots, even if you don't want to craft ultimately, you can sell those star metal ingots for a really good amount of gold. So even if you don't think you're going to be a crafter long term, at least be a gatherer and a refiner. Because you can use that gold to buy weapons and armor versus just crafting it. Let's turn our music back on. Had that off for a long time since we got our music buff. Not playing the in-game music. Just gets a little repetitive, though it's fantastic. I had it on for the first 9 months I played the game. The music in this game was composed by the guys that composed the Game of Thrones music, as well as some other stuff. It's great. Okay, I need one more link, so we can't leave this area yet. I'm gonna check out this other side, maybe come in a loop like this. Yeah, Berhalter's brother, I think, is a bigwig in U.S. soccer. I mean, he played for the U.S. team, so, I mean, he's got street cred, obviously, to a degree. But he just makes some interesting coaching decisions. We have such a big pool of raw talent and young talent. And again, Jordan Morris is not the future of U.S. men's soccer team or even the present like Gio Reyna is. He's playing for Dortmund in a top league on a top team and doing well, you know. Granted, he's had some injury issues, but it seems like he's overcome those to a good degree. Ryan said, the one thing I hate about modern warships is upgrading because it just takes forever to max a ship's stats. Yeah, that's kind of World of Warships too, right? You spend all those credits to buy your ship and then you have to grind out a ton of games to get the modules up to speed and be competitive. Okay, kind of just got to hang until one more link spawns. Let's go a little higher up the hill here. I think we can't track larger animals yet on our compass. We can only track the small guys, which is why the turkeys and rabbits are showing up, but not the bigger predator animals yet. You have to get your skinning skill high enough. Just like you have to have your mining skill high enough to track different types of ore. Your harvesting to track different types of plants. Good God. We thought this was going to be time efficient. There's so many people running around here right now. It's a Lynx Jinx. No, that's not. Let's go over this side. Got credit for the one that we found on the ground and skin, but we need to actually get the kill too. This is a fresh start server, meaning it was brand new, like 3 weeks ago. No existing players were able to port over to this server, so all the characters are brand new. Wealth creation has been brand new. Building up the cities has been brand new. And territory ownership started from scratch as well. Rabbit, not lynx. Rabbits can yield a special kind of rabbit meat that's rare, that is super good for making high-level constitution foods and dex foods. Should be close to the end of the respawn timer. You really need a lynx. You can't find a lynx. Again, unfortunately, we can't track them yet either. Well, maybe we'll bump down to the other areas we need to go to. Oh, there's one. Respawn about every 5 minutes or so. There he is. Get him. Spear is awesome for hunting. You can jump at animals that try to get away from you with the skewer skill. And once you've geared your spear up to a high enough level of weapon points, you can take a lot of animals out in one blow. And when you get into higher tier areas and you're hunting aggressive predators like wolves, it does damage very rapidly to aggressive animals. A ranged weapon like a bow or a musket's great for hunting too, but next best thing to me is a spear. Alright. Moving on. That took longer than we wanted. There's star metal over there, you guys. We can't mine it yet. It's mining skill 100, and we are stuck at 56. Making progress. Can do silver. It's up above. Takes a little practice getting used to your radar for tracking metal. What is that? Oh, there's probably a cave below us. Yeah, there's a cave below us if there's silver in it. Okay. And that's where we gotta go. Because, dude, we gotta take outs in this cave down here. Now we're gonna unleash Greatsword because this guy's got buddies. So let's just group them all up. Hey guys, having a good nap? Greatsword is really good for this. You know, a large group of ads. Because of the wide swath that blade has. And it's a high damage hit. Grab the chest. And this is the silver we were looking for up top. So a lot of people think that these compass tracking elements are broken, but they don't realize that like the metal they're looking for is actually underneath the rocks that they're on top of in a cavity or a cave. We could just be hitting normal rocks on the ground, but when you hit stone or any of the metal ores, you get more experience for that. Okay, now we need to go down here. This is the perfect grouping of faction missions. Way more convenient. Any of these enemies that don't have armor are going to really succumb to the spear quickly. You can see just 2 swipes with a greatsword and he's down. None of the pirates really have too much armor, but they do have shields, some of them. I'm gonna grab any chest that I... Great, I'm gonna pick up all the bags as well. A lot of the gear in these bags will be trash, but we get a little bit of gold and some repair parts from harvesting it, so... We were able to upgrade to a second bag at the end of the last stream. We actually crafted our own bag. So we saved a couple hundred gold by doing that. You can craft the lowest level bags at armoring skill level of 0. So we're gonna raid some chests while we're in here. Not an enemy. Tons of people rocking Greatsword right now. Because it's just too fun. The spear is probably my favorite weapon. It took me a long time to get used to using it, to come back around to actually running it, but I run spear with lots of other weapons as my backbar weapon. Super fun. If you put a hop in between each of your strikes, each of your special abilities, you actually can almost do continual special ability damage. If you have the right combination of gear and you get your attack sequences down, your combinations down. This captain that we need to kill is going to spawn right in this area. Spear puts bleed on enemies, so does Greatsword. So sometimes you'll see that they have a little bit of health left and you run or start to do another attack move and they just keel over it. It's because the bleed takes them out. If you're a bow user, you can run poison shot, same thing. The poison will take them down. Okay, this captain has a gator. Gator pet. We can skin, and they do have a drop. Use the greatsword on the captain. What's our weapon mastery level now? 10? 10.5 on spear, and starting to fill in the bar on greatsword. That blue quest marker over their nameplate means we're on the right track. So I heavy attacked, and you heard that pinging sound. She actually blocked my first attack with the shield. But holding down and doing a heavy attack, that big overhand or big side swing, will break shields temporarily. Spear has a little harder time on the thrusts of breaking shields, but the Vault Cake is a really good shield breaker. We're well over the level of these pirates at this point, so this is a pretty easy area to just farm some weapon XP, but it doesn't really get you that much experience too quickly because these are lower level enemies. As we level up a little further, we'll start to talk about some elite areas and higher tier areas that will get us a lot more weapon expertise quickly. So-called elite areas, even though they'll say they're like level 25, the enemies are a lot tougher to kill and yield probably 4 times the experience of these guys. As we get into the higher level zones, we'll also get more weapon XP for every enemy we kill. And it'll also help us level up a lot faster. Thought there might be a chest there. It's back on the other side. So we'll just go back up to this fast travel, jump back over to town, and turn these 3 quests in. If you do at least 3 faction missions every time you log on, Again, you'll get the full credit for the full bonus points that you get for those first 3 missions. So that's what I recommend doing, is at least knocking out 3. And of course, there's a link so when you don't need one. Let's go ahead, shake one. And we haven't got any second rabbit meat. We're due. Ah, sumptuous rabbit. There it is. All right, we got 1 special rabbit. So again, that'll help us craft a 40 con food or a 20 dex plus I think 20 strength food or 20 con food. Tier 5 attribute food. All right, go back to the vendor.
Now that you have officially joined in our enterprise, you
Now we
should
have 3
always
we can
seek
turn
ways to
in, so we're
advance
gonna
our
get
interests.
370 plus
Missions
290
are available
plus
anytime on the
370
faction board here
for
and in other settlements.
our reputation, so we'll watch this bar fill in between 1 and 2. And we're building factions, or territory standing too, which is great. Doing 2 things at once.
Now that you have officially joined in our enterprise,
I'm gonna pick
you
these
should
up,
always seek ways to
2
advance our
Amrines.
interests. Missions are available anytime on the
Pick up the
faction board
corruption
here
breach.
and in other settlements.
Done enough for 1 session with regard to those missions. Just see how many points we need to unlock the actual.
Now that you have officially joined in
quest.
our enterprise, you should always seek ways to advance our interests.
All right, we're about
Missions are
halfway
available
there.
anytime on the faction board here and in other settlements.
Go to the journal. Earn faction reputation. So we need to earn enough faction XP to get to the next rank. So we'll have to keep repeating some of those faction missions before we can do task number 3 there on our heads up display. Alright, so let's keep working on main story quests and go to the locker, dump off all the stuff we collected. So we're not going to keep any of these weapons. It's tier 2 weapons. Tier 3 sword. It's bind on pickup. It's strength and intelligence. I'm running a strength dex con build, so we're not going to keep that. Any of these common and uncommon gear pieces we're not likely to use either. That one's much lower tier. That's bind on pickup, 340. I don't think it's much better than what we got, if at all. All right, so none of that gear is going to do us any good. See if any of these songs we can learn. Unlock that one. And all these guys. Yeah. And I don't think any of these pages are worth value. I just know that because some of these songs are very common. That one I'm going to keep just to check. Those are all very cheap on the trading post. Every once in a while you'll collect a music page that's worth a lot. So if you're not sure, go check it at the trading post, the pricing, before you dump it. Oh, and we were going to go in our locker and dump off some of the stuff we've collected. Just dump it here for now. Got a nice picture earlier, right before we logged on the stream. And resources. I don't really need any fishing bait at this point. I keep fishing as the lowest priority, the last thing that I work on. Just being honest. Might say if there's any town board quests we can pick up here in Windsward. Again, we want to build territory, reputation, and standing here in Windsward. We have to get to level 10 to be able to buy a house. Wolves all over the place. We'll be killing wolves. The lynx are back. Probably do this 20 light rations one. 3 powerful regeneration potions. We could just even buy these items off the trading post. Another Amrine. This is nearby. 1 powerful regeneration potion. We need 4 total. Okay, we're just gonna grab a bunch of these. Okay, so powerful regeneration potion, cheese bait. Here's one way we can kind of buck the system. We're getting some quick territory reputation. Okay, so we need to buy some cheese bait. Give us 15 of them. Oh, no way. Okay, well, we'll maybe make some later. That's ridiculous. This is a fresh start server, though, so there's not as much stuff on the market. Back to the journal. I think it's powerful health potion. Or a powerful regen potion. Okay. Let's double check. Whoops, gotta go to the quest journal. Okay, so we need 1 powerful regeneration and 3 powerful regeneration. So we just need 4 total. And that first listing, I think, had 4. I'm gonna sort by price just to make sure we're getting the cheapest one. Buy all 4 of those. We can't equip this yet. We're not a high enough level to equip it, but we can buy it and then turn it in. I'll just show you what we're gonna do here to instantly fulfill these town board jobs. Boom, we can fill this one, this one. And that got us enough territory standing points to unlock another territory standing level. So this is the way people used to level to 60 really fast in the old days when the game first came out. These town board quests gave a bunch of character XP, and people would just basically get enough gold, run to this board, grab these quests, and then go buy the materials and run back and turn them in. AGS decided that really wasn't what the spirit of the game was about, so they really cut the character expertise back in a huge way. I always take storage if I can. And we bumped up multiple levels in Windsward tonight already. So just going back to what our highlight was at the beginning of the stream. The 4th point there is to focus activity within a territory. So we're going to do town board quests. We could do some additional main story quests in this area for the Medea quest line, which is the starter quest line if you landed on the beach here and not in Monarch's Plus. We would get territory standing for that. And then we can do the faction missions for territory standing like we've been doing. So that's probably good for tonight. With regard to that, I could try to jump into Starstone, the expedition. I don't know if I've been there and can join the queue. Let's see if anyone's running Starstone. I'm at level 35. We're 34. We could request and see. Oh, it's not going to let us. He set a minimum level of 35. Okay. So we're going to have to level up one more level. Probably to join most people's lobbies for Starstone. It's a little bit tougher than Amrine. So, actually, while we're here... we'll hold off on that. We could run down right here and do this quest here for a faction mission, but since we've already knocked out 4 of those tonight, let's go ahead and go up and do some more main story quests. So let's jet up to Brightwood. Closest we can get is the Everfall border. So we pretty much emptied our bags out completely. Salvaged any gear we're not going to use, so we're really traveling light, which is great. Head up to the very northern reaches of Everfall and do our first travel in Brightwood. Brightwood is a misnomer. It's one of the gloomier territories. Maybe it was once bright, it no longer is. It's filled with ghosts and lost. And corrupted. Let's see if we get any turkey bonuses. These little turkey bags of gold. I don't know if we're high enough level. Oh, we got them. Turkey treasure. Let's open that and see what's in it. 30 coin. I'll take it. Coin balance is at 5,500, which isn't bad. Let's see. I don't buy hardly anything, because you really don't need to buy a lot of stuff when you're low level. You're just going to be cycling through it. Okay, so we're just going to run straight up here. We're actually going to jog right and try to hit this portal on the way. Maybe farm a little weapon XP on the way here. Kill a few mobs. Grab a few chests. I think we were here on our last stream in this corrupted area for the main story quest. This is still northern Everfall. Hey, we got a furniture schematic. Fortunately, there's not a lot of gear in this territory that we'll probably really want to use. If we do happen to come across any good gear pieces, we'll just trade up against our existing armor. If it has the right attributes. So again, we want strength, honor, dex. If it doesn't have those things and it's bind on pickup, we'll instantly nuke it, especially if it's uncommon or common level. If it's bind on equip and it's a good piece of armor that's not our attributes, we can't use it, but someone else can, then we'll list it at an affordable price on the trading post. Make pretty good coin by flipping lower level gear at discount prices, so to speak. Still make a decent amount of money doing it. If you price it high, it's not going to move. It's just going to sit. Hey, we had wolves, right? When it's an animal quest, generally you can kill that animal anywhere. You can see how much tougher these wolves are already versus the ones further down south. It's a higher tier zone, higher tier territory, so let's be a little tougher sledding now with these mobs. And critters. But we'll get more weapon expertise. Our experience points. Expertise is a higher level concept. Post level 60. Don't want to confuse those terms, but I often do. Make a few more of those bags of gold. Oh, we got the special. This is a special skinning knife. Gives you a higher chance of actually getting some of the special turkey items. It disappears after the event's over, unfortunately. But there's some fun skins and stuff like that you can unlock. I think I have one of them on this account. So let's see. Quite a few turkeys in Brightwood. Hey, there's another turkey's treasure bag. And to go around. Right on top of this area should be where our portal is. We have not unlocked. Straight ahead. And there's always this little fish here. Floating spine fish. No one harvests. I don't know why. It's right next to the portal, but it's almost always here. It'll give you moats, or it'll give you floating spinefish fins. There's other special arcana items you can collect to help you craft specific potions. It's very useful. Our music buff wore off. Let's turn the music off real quick again. We are going to do standing game first. Let's see what the shortest song we can play is. How are you today? Let's try mandolin with this. Quick 40-second song, get us our territorial triumph bonus back. Okay. Brightwood's another good city to buy a house in. A territory to buy a house in Brightwood City. Crafting layout is really quite helpful here. All the crafting stations are very close together.
Do you sense it, Trav? The soullessness of the lost. The angry earth have many secrets, but
Pick up a few
the
side
one I
quests here
seek to know
as we go along in Brightwood.
is related to a tea they drink.
One of them would just be straight up from this quest giver right here. It's next to some portals. We need to close a corruption breach, but I don't think we're going to be able to solo close one of these. Depending on the level. Yeah, not high enough level. The enemies have the skull, or the mobs have the skull above their nameplate. They're just telling you you're a little out of your league. Can kind of run around the edge of portals. These are corruption portals. Without getting chased too bad by the creatures in there. First time I downloaded this game, that's where I died the first time, is trying to wander through a corruption portal. what is this? And whap, got killed really quickly. What is this? Defeat Bronze Troop Dryads. Okay. Kind of exciting. Some of our first relatively higher level enemies. Level 32. Dryads consist of basically archers, soldiers, the archers are very agile. The soldiers are armored. Hit them with a spear when their shields are down. Mini boss. Peppers. On me, this goo. Preventing me from jumping. Okay, all three of those, two of the three of those guys are dropping one of the items that we need to pick up, which is the undefiled tea leaves. Any of the enemies that put slows on you, either with the slime or with magic, are a pain in the butt. When you mine the bronzewood wolves, they actually yield weird wood, a very small amount. You have to have a logging skill and to log those guys. So when I use the spear, a lot of times I'll try to run around the back of him. Get him on the side that's not protected by his shield. Spear has good gap closing and agility components to it with its abilities with the skewer and the ball kick. Yeah, I keep wanting to harvest those. It's by reaction, but I can't. Oh, there's a chest. We actually only need to get like 6 more levels of trees. No, that's woodworking, sorry. Yeah, 6 more levels of logging. And we could log those wolves. So before the next stream, I'll probably just work on some trade skill stuff off stream. I don't know how much people want to watch you just chop trees and mine rocks on Twitch and YouTube. Show activity. Okay, we got our 8. So there are some cool caverns here that have a wealth of resources. So some good star metal and weird wood. So if we were 100 level gathering skills and wood and mining, we could definitely do that in here and do a little resource run. I hit these caves a lot when I'm lower level and working on my crafting. I like to gather raw materials rather than having to buy them. These guys are good at the spear. can hit him with the skewer, then the 3 quick strikes of perforate, and then vault kick and stun them. Then you can really put a heavy attack in with the greatsword and finish off a lot of this level of enemy in one combination. Basically your 3 spear skills and then just a heavy attack from your greatsword. Which makes them really fun to play for me in combination.
Yes, these leaves are perfect. The tea I can brew from these leaves. Well,
There's level 35.
I'm not even sure of all of it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do not mean to be rude,
we've unlocked
but
something on our leveling track. We can now own a second house. You'll see we'll be able to own a third house at level 55. But we haven't even bought a first one yet. And again, we want to raise our territory standing as much as possible in the zone we choose to buy a house. Because you get a big discount, 50% off your first house. So basically at territory standing, 10 is your first option, then 20, 25, and 30. Tier 1, 2, 3, and 4 houses. So the first house is only 10,000 gold. You're only saving 5,000 by buying that at half off. If you have the perseverance to go all the way to territory standing of 30, you can get a $10,000 discount. 10,000 gold discount on a 20,000 gold house. I usually kind of give up after about the second tier, which is territory standing of 20. It's still a lot of work. And again, I'll probably do that in Windsward. It's just a good place for crafting. It's why companies want to own Windsward and Everfall so much, because the crafting revenue there is pretty insane. Those territories get fought over a lot. I didn't pick up another side quest. It's gonna unlock some of these. There's ghosts. These guys are fast. And swipe at you. So you wanna dodge side to side. I think it's funny that you can poke ghosts with a stick. Ah, just missed him. Now we gotta wait for him to slow down. Alright, I think we can only collect 3 of these Turkey's treasure bags. Over 100 coins between the 3 of them. Definitely not bad. Definitely worth the time. Feel bad killing the digital rabbits. Everything is reborn on Aeternum. You don't have to feel bad. Again, Sumptuous Rabbit is what we're looking for. I did just recently acquire on my second character, you can get basically different gathering clothing. And if you get a skinning piece of clothing, it's going to give you a luck bonus when you're skinning. So give you a better chance of getting special items like the Sumptuous Rabbit meat. Okay, we're going to stay on the path so we don't get drawn into a level 45 portal. Portals never have just one enemy that attacks you, it's groups. So if you're level 60 and have a pretty well geared character, you can go in and handle a level 45 portal on your own. Here we got Poultry Breast, which is a higher tier item for skinning. Poultry, going to higher tier cooking ingredients. This theory. I don't think we're going to get any more of those coin bags. Usually it's 3 per day on any of the event items like that. So let's see if we can drop back into a Starstone lobby. He's still got his lobby going, but he already has 3 DPS, though. You don't really need a tank for that. We'll wait. He'll probably want a tank and a healer, but for Starstone, you really could run with 4 DPS and a healer without a problem. Heading up the main road, gonna go to the main city here in Brightwood. Just up here, our main story quest is taking us right below the city. But obviously for that close, we're gonna wanna unlock that city for fast travel. And we're unlocking a lot of these points of interest. Not that we can teleport to them directly, but we'll at least be able to see them on our map by mousing over them. Yeah, orichalcum. We can't mine it. That's the high tier. Good stuff as far as metal ore goes. Painful to run by all these good resources. We can mine that. Earth Crag gives you mining experience, but it yields motes and some stone. Lodestone is an input in crafting potions. It's just a rabbit and Turkey Fest. Alright, we're just gonna jump up here into town and unlock it. Our next stream we'll run, take a note, we'll run our portals in Brightwood as well. Not our portals, but our faction missions. It's one of the easiest places to run 3 faction missions really quickly because they tend to group very close together. You can knock out 3 faction missions in less than 10 minutes. Unfortunately, we want to get our first house in Windsward, so we're going to have to do some additional work down there. But this is a good location for a second house, so we'll consider that. Okay, let's go main story quest. Our bags are still not very full at all. The next main story quest activity is going to be trying to unite 3 factions to confront the growing corruption that's spreading from the north down to the southern part of the island. Shattered Mountain is the ultimate source of corruption, it seems. We have an exploding obelisk in Everfall, and we have an exploding mountain in Shattered Mountain. It's really giving me OCD to run by this rock that I can't harvest. We're gonna chop some trees. We will need to make some charcoal for smelting. And we are close. We're close to getting 100 logging. So at least be able to harvest those blue trees when we run by the weirdwood trees.
Oh, hello. I am Emil. Templar
the
Deputy,
Covenant
or
contact.
even Lieutenant Templar General, in fact.
In this next main
Fourth
story
Battalion.
quest.
I am quite occupied at the moment, re-examining the Covenant's priorities. Should it? I am not sure.
We want him to focus on
Between the
combating the
Marauders,
corruption
the
with us.
Syndicate, lost. It's a new enemy every day. Here in Brightwood, there are more immediate threats. I do confess, I have heard horror stories from the Great Cleave. The corrupted offensive and this tempest. Unite! A beautiful dream. But I have no time to indulge in dreams right now. By yourself? That thing ate 6 initiates just yesterday. I can't stop you. If you go, just try not to despair when it kills you. The last thing we need is more lost around here.
Alright, we got a main story quest right here. Spark of Hope. Bright Rest Cemetery. We'll harvest the tree. This is the highest tier fiber you can harvest, which is wire fiber. We need to be 150. They've dropped those requirements as well. It used to be 175. We rock. Can't hit it. So they've not only made the experience curves more favorable, meaning you have to earn less XP per level, they've also lowered the level thresholds you have to hit to harvest and mine and chop certain things. So definitely a smoother leveling experience now than it was. We can use these logs to level up our refining from a woodworking perspective, or we can turn them into charcoal to help with smelting. It's basically making metal ingots. Five more levels. The last stream, I did upgrade right before that stream my tools. So I now have steel tools. Pretty much start out with flint. It's that one-handed axe. Now you can see we have a two-handed axe. That's around level 18. You're going to want to upgrade to steel tools. Right now we're using the Turkulon skinning knife. It's a way better skinning knife speed-wise than what we'd normally have at this level. So I'd go ahead and equip that right now if you have it. But it will go away at the end of the Turkulon event. We helped kill Turkulon. All we got was a lousy t-shirt.
God, please, God.
Yeah, and that's mine to skin, not yours. Bow's very powerful against low-level enemies. It's not the best PvP or PvE weapon, but in combination with other weapons, it can be really powerful in certain situations. Very good in invasions, too. Target. Alright, we got one hit in, which was enough There's a lot of people out tonight in our level range. There's a good chest in here to grab. Fun thing about a Fresh Start server is there's more people at all levels, not just at high levels. Some of the legacy servers. So that was it for that quest. We don't have any side stories picked up. So at this point, we're just going to go back to chat with Emil again. And we can wait here for this boss to respawn. Don't know how long it's going to take. He's pretty soloable. Guy's probably waiting for him to respawn as well. This is definitely the Brightwood vibe. Lots of cemeteries. It's never very bright. Oh, there's some additional chests we can grab. Let's pick that up. Farm some weapon XP here. Coffin guys have good armor, so when they turtle on you like that, you have to break the shield. Either vault kick on her spear, or like a great sword heavy attack. Oh, there it is. Pretty easy to take down. He does have lasers. Another mini boss in this area. Again, soloable on your own, so if you have multiple people working on that guy, he's going to go down pretty quickly. Skewer is also a pretty good shield breaker too. Let's see the armoring effect. Ping sound means we'll get damage in on the next hit. Got a little more weapon experience. A few more crates. Picking up these wolves. Our wolf town board quest down from Windsward. Doesn't matter where we kill the wolves as long as we're killing wolves. Yeah, we'll wait to turn that in until we go back to Windsward, but we can stack up a bunch of quests to turn in at one time. There's another wolf over there. There should be plenty of them around. Wolves and bears are the primary large predators that we'll run across in Brightwood. Or a Calcum Greatsword Charm. That's worth something on the market. Any crafting perk for Greatsword is going to be worth some gold right now. It's always worth hitting the crates and chests when you run by. Especially if you get into higher tier zones. Camille's right up this hill. Chop a few more trees on the way. Talking about elite chest runs in global chat. So an elite chest run is basically level 60 plus areas where you get with a group of people and you go through the high tier mob zones, and the elite chests in those areas drop basically 500 plus or 600 plus level gear that will raise your expertise to level 60. So we won't be participating in anything like that until we hit level 60, but it's a big activity you can pursue in endgame. Not only to raise the expertise level of your gear, but also to collect a ton of crafting mats or the perk charms that we just were talking about. We just got out of this chest down here. Not everyone likes to run them because they're kind of chaotic, and after you've run them many times, it can be a little bit repetitive, but they can be quite lucrative. And again, very good for leveling up your weapon and armor expertise levels if you prefer to run solo. You don't want to run the dungeons or expeditions, as they're called, to increase your expertise. Gotta work this out. Gotta get something to 100. So close. Almost there. Among the elite chest drops, or the drops that come from the bosses, areas, the level 60 plus bosses, you can get named items. And those are even available in these lower tier zones, but the higher tier named items can be upgraded to legendary status, where they have more perks and their higher power, damage output, or healing capability if it's a life staff, something like that, or a void gauntlet. So we might just have to grind this out. Slimy twist cap, we can use in potions. Okay, back to Mr. Neo.
Magnificent! Oh, I should have recognized that you are not someone to make idle promises.
He's already worried about who will be the leading banner if we unite to confront the corruption.
Well,
Politics, politics, politics.
Soul Wardens do not seek territory control. The Covenant might consider a parley.
And we go all Pirates of the Caribbean with the
Whether or not
parlay.
the Covenant would meet with your affections is not a decision I can make, however. That would be my superior, Adjudicator General Carvalho. He would be at Ballard's Manor, the temporary center of operations for the 4th Battalion. It's the truth. I am a poor liar. And I hear your point. It wouldn't do to have the Covenant absent from the battle for the soul of humanity. That's what humans do best.
So we get a decent
Times of need.
greatsword drop
We fight for one
from
another.
this little side mission here. Well, it's not a side mission, it's main story quest. So it looks better, perhaps, than the greatsword that we're rocking. I think we purchased... I don't know if we purchased this or got it in a drop. Might have purchased it prior to running Amrine. Oops, I need to do something else with him. Still showing him with the quest marker. Get off of it.
You'll find General Carvalho in Ballard's Rest. He's a good man. I look forward to hearing how the conversation goes.
That's weird, that marker sticking. Okay. We have fast travel points here that we haven't lit up yet, so we're going to have to run over to this quest. But we can basically take a track that will at least get this wolf bow shrine before we head down to Ballard's Manor. Why we pop that song in there to get the territory standing increase benefit. Gonna swap between standing gain and gathering unless there is a buff that pops up for storage. I'm gonna take the storage every time. Otherwise I'll alternate between the other two. And ultimately, if I'm gonna buy a house in a territory, I will do the territory or the housing tax reduction. Dude, come back. We're just gonna farm mobs for weapon experience when we can. And I think we're gonna be able to hit a good area for ore as we get up in this kind of northwest section of Brightwood. There are a lot of mines. So we'll be able to get silver ore, iron ore, and some platinum ore up in this area. We hear the picks hitting, then we know either someone's farming what we want or it's just the mobs. They never stop mining, ever. Let's go ahead and harvest a little bit if we can. Up on top of this rock. I see some iron up there, or potentially some platinum. Platinum we won't be able to harvest or mine because we're not high enough level, but there is iron up there, pretty substantial amount. And I'm gonna draw a whoop. We got in under the mountain. I think we're gonna be stuck. So this is what you do when you get stuck, guys, in a feature like this. We jumped into an unseen hole. You go to your settings, menu, not settings, and just go to unstuck. The other thing we can do to help the devs is submit feedback and say stuck in rock. Someone's already been mining here. It looks like there's some nodes left. It's a calf taken. Probably came through here a while ago and it's starting to repopulate. Again, I use the Overwolf minimap, which is newworldminimap.com. Just run that on my second monitor in a internet browser. It's not illegal. It's not against terms of service. Just gives you help. It plots where you are on a map of Aeternum with resource nodes laid out on it, chests, major bosses, lore pages. Highly recommend using it, especially if you've got a dual monitor setup. Makes it really easy. Though you could probably use it on a tablet or possibly on your phone as well. Not sure if that works though. Might have to be on the same computer as the game is running. These guys are level 33, so they're gonna be pretty good for weapon expertise. Or weapon experience. Sorry. Again, when they hit that shield on Calamity counter for Greatsword, it charges up and then it blasts damage back onto them. So you want them to hit your shield as many times as possible. You can click your left mouse button again after you activate the skill to terminate it early. Or you can let it go to its full effect and then it will explode on its own at the end. Some straight ahead as well. That guy that just came through our area probably farmed it out. I see something. Go get some silver. Silver you can mine at a pretty low level. It's actually level 10. It's one of the two pathways of ultimately refining for a calcum ore. Goes silver and gold. And then platinum is one pathway, or you can go iron ore to steel to star metal. Side quest in this area, might as well pick it up.
Did you come from the settlement? Those my thoughts exactly. We can warn the settlement, yes. They seized this area to use it as a critical part of their supply chain for food and
miners that have taken
an army marches on its belly. So let's strike the food supplies first and destroy their hunters.
So that's going to give us this quest here, which is right near town, in an area that's convenient to this, picking up this other shrine here at Fort Alazar, which we're ultimately going to go to anyway on this quest line. So again, pick up side quests that make sense for the area that you're in. Definitely helps speed your leveling process. Okay, we're gonna have to run down here. Probably should have just set the Brightwood in as our in recall point. That was a bit of a boneheaded maneuver. Because we'll have to run to another fast travel to port back to town. Since we'll probably be questing in this area for a while. It's not a huge territory. It won't take us forever to run around to these objectives, but it's kind of nice if you know you're going to be questing in one zone to set that capital of that territory as your recall point. This type of loss, we have witches, we have these coffin dudes, we have ghosts, varying levels of parryness and attacking power. We also have some guys who explode after you attack them. They hang out with the Lost Pirates, which we've already encountered in some of the lower zones, like Monarch's Bluffs and Windsward. They also hang out with these ghosts and witches. I have my combat music turned off, but I can tell by the noise that mobs make whether they're going to attack me or not. Spear's getting close to another level. Let's grab this point of interest. Ghost. Common theme you're going to see is the higher the level you get in, the easier it is to get aggro. Definitely the aggro ranges go up. So you can choose to stand and fight, or you can just run away until they basically return to their home base, so to speak, where their mapped path is. You don't always have to fight, but right now I'm trying to level my weapon, so whatever I aggro, I will try to kill. Got another guy here. Find the commander's commanding officer here. This little quest is an example where you have to kill a specific type of enemy. So again, if they have the quest marker over their head, they're going to count. We have to find Templar Lieutenants and Templar Inquisitors. Not just any old enemy in here is going to do. Only if they have the quest marker over their head. So we're going to take out other guys just for weapon expertise. Experience. Tired brain. Repeat mistake. Sign of old age, right? And on impending senility. Okay, there's a lieutenant. I want this guy. Those glowing eyes. Let's see how his shield absorbed that damage. Yeah, General Carvalho is in here. But he hasn't spawned yet. Maybe this guy took him out. If you're lower level, you could wait for someone else to come into the same area. So you kind of tag team. I'm not too worried. I'm pretty much leveled right around or slightly above the main story quest. We're at 35 now. So I'm feeling pretty good about taking on even multiple enemies that are 3 or 4 or 5 levels below us. We're fighting bosses. You can see this area here. We start to lose corruption resistance. It's basically toxic. So you want to get out of that area and stand where that resistance counter starts going back up or disappears. That means you're not going to be taking damage soon. Once your counter counts down to 0, you will start taking damage. Alright, General. Do our new emote we got today while we're waiting. Honor of the World Cup. Gotta admit, they have some funny moats on New World. I wish he'd keep it and just recycle. Alright, there he is. Okay, I like to go in first with a spear attack. Dodge. Now, go greatsword. So when they're not suspecting it, the spear really gives some good, quick, focus damage, and then you can usually clean up the remainder of their health with your greatsword. So again, that was a level 29 boss, not too much of an issue. Okay, one more Inquisitor. Very close on spear. He might have a chest in his shack here. Yeah. If there's an enemy in a building, a lot of times there's going to be a stockpile, supply chest, or a crate in there. There we go. No, we want that guy. Don't kill him. Right. Alright, well, we know off the side of the church are the Inquisitors. Zoom in on the map. We could go down. That's a different landmark. If we go down to the other landmark, it's probably not going to give us the kind of enemy that we need. So just kill off a few more while we're waiting. This area, the respawn timer should be pretty quick. Damn, we are close. Let's see. We have some points we can allocate. We'll talk about our attribute distribution at some point on a future stream. Right now we're so early. There's not a single formula you have to follow. It's just kind of putting points in that make sense for the class that you want to run and the weapons that you're running. So right now for us, we're running greatsword and spear, so dexterity is going to drive the spear more so than strength. And strength and dex are going to equally drive the power of our greatsword. So I'm getting essentially strength to 50, so I get this plus 10 to mining speed and plus 10 to melee physical basic attacks. And I'm putting more into dexterity. So that's going to build up both my greatsword and spear at a greater rate than putting more strength in at this point. And then I'm always going to throw at least one of my 3 points or maybe 2 of my 5 points we receive. We'll get 5 points per level when we get to a higher level. I'm always going to want to keep building up my con. So for instance, at 100 con, we get a minus 10% reduction in durability loss for tools, which isn't such a big deal. But we get a max health, 10% of our physical armor increase, which is a big bonus. Alright. Hey, iron, iron, iron. Okay, this spot has some iron around it. Let's see what we can do here. It's looking like it got burned out. The Azure servers are great as far as getting into instance content like expeditions and outpost rush. The flip side is it's harder to gather resources. So, two sides of the same coin. These are cool. Soul Spire. It's going to give us soul motes. Help with our mining. I think our mining's up a couple levels. Okay. So, where we are right now, guess we can turn a quest back in up here. No, that quest is here. So what's the closest portal? It's actually closest to probably go back to where we were. Then we have to run all the way around here. If we go to the southern one, we can stay more on the road. Remember, the road gives us a 10% speed boost, so let's take the southern route. We'll dip back into Everfall, jump back up to Brightwood, and set our recall point at the Brightwood Inn. And we can come over here to Rita's Burrow, knock that out, maybe turn this back in since she's right next to the shrine. Let's go ahead and upgrade the spear real quick as well. Oh, look at that. This reduces our cooldowns on all abilities for spear whenever we successfully vault kick into an enemy. That is a great skill. So we've fully buffed out our vault kick. So if we go in sequence and run left to right on our skills down here in the corner, if we skewer, then perforate, then vault kick, basically once we get skilled up enough and we have the right armor on, can attack with these two attacks and then attack with the third, and it will reset these other two attacks almost immediately or immediately. You need to do a hop in between your attacks because the hops actually help with cooldowns on another passive you can take. But if you get good at hopping and attacking with a little hop in between each attack, again, you can almost chain together all of your special abilities on spear. It becomes a super effective combination weapon. This area, running this way had the secondary benefit of hitting up some nodes. There's iron in this area. Oh, there's one more here. Let's hide in that crack. And there's some more. Dead ahead. And my resource map. Yep, there they are. They're lit up. Purple's calling out for war slots in the chat. Companies may not be so organized yet that they have 50-person fleshed out war rosters, so sometimes they'll call for the help of other affiliated companies within their faction to fill out their and complete their rosters. I'm hanging out in this area the last few streams. Well, we still need wolves. It's good. 21 level wolves go down a little easier versus the 33s that we were just dealing with a little while ago. I think it was 10 wolves, so we should be getting pretty close. soon as we've got our 10, we won't see the blue icon over the wolves anymore. And we have fulfilled our mission conditions. Open the map and let's just gonna right-clicking with my mouse, and that's just putting a waypoint on the map. Tons of rabbits. We'd like some more ore. There's another wolf. We'll try to demo how we upgraded that vault kick when we get against a stronger enemy. Turkey dodge. Get revenge on you tomorrow. Oh, infused turkey ward potions. That works against Turkulon. Helps protect you from taking as much damage. Now we can fast travel back to town. We're gonna dump stuff in our locker. We're gonna recycle through any gear that we don't want by salvaging it. Set our waypoint to the inn here. Where is the inn? We're getting where the inn is in town. It's been so long since I've checked in. There it is. Let's do that before we forget. We'll run around town with our weapons drawn.
Oh, you startled me.
Now we can recall back to this city. Let's just open up these crappy chests. They're not going to give us really anything good. Hey, we got music we can learn. Awesome. That one's not going to be worth anything. That one I'm not sure. These weapons are trash. Okay, so here's a level 3 with a perk. Ice Gauntlet that's rare. That's probably worth listing on the market. It's bind on equip, and so is this guy. Their attributes kind of go with what an Ice Gauntlet would need, which is intelligence. And this one is intelligence and con, and they have decent perks on them. So those will be worth listing. This coat actually is a slight upgrade armor value wise over what we have. So let's go ahead and swap that. How about these boots? Intelligence and strength. That was dex and con. We don't want intelligence. I mean, we want intelligence, but we don't need it as an attribute. That's not really a great one to sell. 352. Much higher armor rating, focus, and dex. Bind on equip. We'll probably put that on the market. I'm not going to use it. And then a helmet with a better armor rating, con, and strength. Elemental aversion. That's probably worth an upgrade. These guys are gonna burn. They're just... Someone might buy that green, but I don't tend to list greens. I just tend to list blues, purples, or legendaries. But I'm going to list all my stuff in Windsward. Keep track of my listings in one
Don't know
city.
what you've heard about Brightwood string. That's a history lesson. No, I didn't drive until later.
Pick up side quest. Any side quests we can knock out here in the area of our main quest activity. And we've set our recall point so we can come back to town and turn in quests to these folks. Okay, what have we collected? We've collected mostly hide. So let's go to the tanning beds, tannery. Refine some rawhide. And make some rugged leather. Okay, good buffs there. We have some fibers. And we had a little bit of ore. So let's do this. Smelting is a skill we would love to get moving in lockstep with our mining skill. Oh, we harvested wood, right? So let's make charcoal with that wood. Only use your regular green wood or aged wood to make charcoal, not weird wood or ironwood, for goodness sakes. Only your lower tier wood. 69 smelting. And we've got some silver, which does not need charcoal. It's one nice thing about this pathway to orichalcum ingots. It doesn't need charcoal, it just needs flux. Okay, we need gold ore to do the next level, gold ingots. Okay, so we refine this down. We can throw this stuff into the shed. Lighten our load. Let's just drop everything that we're not gonna need right now to carry. Later time, we're gonna show how we're gonna sort all of this inventory into a very useful system, but not today. We really don't need any of that right now. What we will do is drop this armor over and weapons into Windsward, because that's where we're going to put that stuff up for sale. And if we're going to keep this helmet, do I need this one anymore? Shirking Fort's a pretty good perk, but they're all low-level items, so honestly, let's go ahead and salvage this guy. All this tier 3, tier 4 gear, we're not going to have for all that long. Once we hit level 60, we're going to show how we can basically use the gold balance we built up to do kind of an instant upgrade of our character at the trading post. Let's just hack a few trees down. We're so close to 100. Territory buff's gone already. It's not going to be on a real long time, so I'm not going to stop to do the music buff right now. We'll be heading over here to Rita's Burrow. This is a place I love to actually farm weapon expertise. It's not an elite area, but the enemies are high enough level that if you're a beginning player, it's a great place to learn to fight corrupted enemies. Each enemy has its own attack pattern, basic attacks, and then heavy attacks. It'll flash before it does its heavy attack or its ability. So you know you're going to need to use your A, S, and D keys to dodge. along with the shift key. Yeah. All right. 97. Doing great. Good progress. Remember, we have to combine young trees to make timber with aged wood from the older trees, or mature trees, to make more refined lumber, which you can then combine with weird wood to make weird wood planks. With weird wood planks you can combine with ironwood to make ironwood planks. So every higher level material requires that raw material and then a lower level refined material from below. If we still had flint tools right now, this would be taking forever. Doing a lot better with steel. So we have a ways to go. Star metal tools at level 38. Pretty soon, about 3 levels, we'll speed up our gathering about another, at least another 150%. So keep an eye on your levels. You definitely want to upgrade at level roughly 18 from flint steel and 38 from steel to star metal. And then it's level 60 when you can upgrade to orichalcum tools. Wood's going to rapidly fill up your bags, but we were able to make that second bag on the last stream. So it gave us another 160 pounds, 160 kilos. I'm not sure what the weight measurement is, what unit. Now into Rita's Burrow. Love farming here. So many enemies. They respawn quickly. So you can just basically continually cycle. When he flashes, do your dodge. Ah. You split your attacks between 2 weapons, you'll get weapon XP for both weapons. If you only attack with one, you'll get full credit to that weapon. And for every enemy you kill, you're going to get territory standing as well, and character XP. At least character XP up till level 60. Restart Butcher. Butchers are the dudes with cleavers. There's one. Gotcha. This is actually an area that's fantastic for leveling musket. You can stand up on these rocks over here, and it's like a shooting gallery. Again, they're not the highest level enemies, but they're decent level, and they respawn so quickly. So you can just sit there and keep shooting. It will level my musket on my original character here very quickly. Reinforced orichalcum hatchet charm. Not bad. Hit me. Calamity counter ranges between a minor kickback, blowback on them of damage, and knockback. But if they hit multiple times, it charges up more and more to where it completely throws them down. It does more damage. Test it. Ugh, we can't farm lodestone either. Level 75. Guess it's all yours, dude. Oh, I'll do the iron though. Thank you for leaving that. Okay, we have to get one more butcher. Hey, Bobby Flay. The corrupted cooks. Scanning enemy names. Could group them up for weapon XP. Let's grab them. My problem is those hunters throw axes so they don't come too close to you. More of a ranged attacker. Counter dealing more damage. The problem is these ranged guys keep shipping us. Devs love to mix in ranged attackers paired up with melee attackers. So if you don't deal with the ranged attackers, they start stacking damage on you. That other butcher down there. No, it's a trapper. To wait for this guy to respawn. No. Broke my shield. Bastard. Standing. Always storage. It's available. Okay, where is this dude? Ah. It's like only one or two of them in the whole group. Greatsword's lagging behind spear a little bit. I've been running spear so long. It feels very comfortable. Especially for my opening attack. Haha. There's a full power calamity counter. Knock them right on their butts. Okay, while we're here, we're gonna run up and grab this shrine. At Fort Alizar. We're gonna be coming here soon on the main quest anyway. But since we're so close, let's just go grab it. It's right up the hill up here. In fact, where is the MSQ right now? Where's the main story quest? Oh, we have to go back to Emil again. Oh, that was General Carvalho. Okay. Yeah, we took him out. He was the corrupted general in the church. Ugh, blue rock. There's some gold up here we could mine. It hasn't been taken. Getting high 60s on harvesting, that's not bad. Whoa, level 36 just for running around, I love it. So we made 2 levels tonight. We're not running a ton of quests, honestly. Just filling our time up with resource gathering. Let's see if these guys have left any of the gold up here for us. Seeing it. It's a pretty good little gold and star metal route. Oh, there's some. So we'll combine gold with the silver that we just refined to make gold ingots. And gold ingots can be combined with platinum ore to make platinum ingots. And platinum ingots can be combined with orichalcum ore to make orichalcum ingots. Then you can use orichalcum to make asmodium. Which is, along with void ingots, the highest tier metal that you can make currently. Goes into all of your highest level crafts for weapons and armor. Either orichalcum or asmodium. Some people don't seem to mine gold, they'll just leave it. Found a couple. Might be some straight ahead here. Just kind of on our way back to see this guy here. Turn in one of our quests. I think it was a lady. Cougars, upgraded lions, or upgraded wolves essentially. You will see different kinds of cats as you get into the higher level territories. Also cougars down in Windsward. And the lynx that we were pursuing earlier. Which are tigers are the higher level cats. Up in Ebonscale Reach. Where did we go? Big jump. Very hard to die by falling in this game. So we need to go here. Actually, dead ahead. Side of this portal. Then we're gonna go see our buddy Emil, and we're probably gonna call it a stream, you guys. Again, if you do happen to watch videos on YouTube, we just did complete a YouTube video that released a few days ago on 5 smart ways to level, where we're not just leveling fast, but we're preparing our character to reach level 60 and be effective at level 60, not trying to gain a ton of makeup ground against the players that are already at 60.
Well done, friend. With their rations stolen and their hunters compromised, the corrupted will... I had sought to seek the main thrust of the corrupted. The core of the operation is here in the mines, but it is well defended. I suggest you target the iron field to the north.
This quest chain keeps us in this area doing some stuff around these mines, so actually this may not take us that long. So bump up here real quick. Yeah, but nothing is quick in New World, right? Because here's some silver to mine. Oh, good God, this game. Always lots to do. Okay, yeah, the iron fields are right here. We're gonna try to go exclusively greatsword right now. Take the ranged out first, so then I can just work on the melee without getting chipped for range damage. I'm just staying with greatsword because we really want to get greatsword to the next level. Heavy attack, hoping to break the shield. Hold down that button. Sorry, man. Had to do it. Okay, we want to hit chests here. Fortunately, that does not count. Again, it's quest by enemy type and then by chests. Here we go. Here's around the menu. Be using spear, but right now I just want my experience accruing in my greatsword. Four more miners. Greatsword, like Spear, has a cooldown reduction if you hop. I don't know if I have that passive unlocked yet or not. So it's actually good to hop between Greatsword attacks, just like it's good to hop between Spear attacks. There's another chest. Trapper's not as armored as the Miner. Goes down through here. Hit me. Doing hops in and dodges as much as I can. Okay, we have one more chest. Beautiful weird wood down there that we can't harvest yet. Where's this last chest at? From that direction. Zoom in. We probably have to go over here. That's out of the area. We left that zone. We get back into the zone. Basically have to have that point of interest lit up on our map. Kind of gotten turned around and missed where that last chest might be. We need some miners. There we go. Chest markers. Let's group these guys. Pull them together. Hopping in, hopping out. And my abilities recycle. 126 Greatsword Mastery. That's ringing up some quick progress. 2 more miners. Back to where we started with these two. Hurt temporarily. You're gonna come back to life here in a second. Is he attacking the wrong way for? Greatsword's getting close. Oh god, there's one more chest. Did I not grab the chest? I think I have that chest already. Double kill. I think it's gonna give me credit for this chest. Just turning into weapon XP fast right now. Where's the last one? I gotta use my map. Gotta be in this area. It'll just take a minute, right? Can't do here. It's our last miner. We'll check a little further over here. out of the area. Says there's a chest here, but I can't remember if there's one or not. Seems like we did. Okay, Greatsword's gonna hit another level here soon. That is not it. Oh my god. Cycle through here. Come down to this edge. That's out of the area. Over here. Still showing out of area. Gonna level up this greatsword. Heck yeah. About time. It's got something done. Is this it? Sometimes finding last chest is a pain. They didn't used to have chest markers on them. Now that they do, makes it easier. This doesn't look familiar. The chest. Thank God. Okay, we can't mine that. We did it! Oh, we have level upgrade. I forgot. Alright, let's upgrade. Let's do 2. Oh, we changed our gear and that dropped our strength down because there was different attributes on that other piece of gear. So let's do 2 to strength to get that back to 50 and 1 to con. The weapons are both over 400 damage now, base. It's pretty dang cool. Where's our quest giver? She's over here. I was gonna say, it took you forever to find that last chest.
Did you manage to get the weapons? Excellent.
Finally.
Excellent. Let me see. Master Smith McCoy was the lead artificer, can be no doubt. A direct assault on Corlu's mine? You are a brave soul, my friend.
We're gonna do Corlu's mine next time. Get that on our notes. Definitely one that we can handle solo. It just takes a little more time than that last area. This guy's not mining the silver, so we'll take it. Slowly our mining increases. Again, we'll probably do a little bit of mining off stream. Just to get that closer to 100. So much star metal we're running by. I'm feeling not a lot of characters on this server are capable of mining star metal yet. Let's get this to 98. We port back to town, or we can run by and see a meal, I guess. Okay, Corlu's gonna be here. Meals over here. We had plenty of time and no sleep. We just run through here and then go here. But again, Corlu's we'll do next time. Ooh, there's gold on them there hills. Let's go get it. I just will run and get any metal ore I see because it's going to level up our mining skill faster than stone. But we will need to mine stone to level up stone cutting. So eventually we're just going to have to hit blocks too. Or slabs. These guys don't hurt for gathering. We don't really need to pin that because there's already a quest marker there, but what the hell. Oh, what's up there, guys? Who needs to sleep, right? Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare, mother. Get a weapon out. Get a melee weapon out. Hold down your right mouse button and jump. So you know how to get up here. If he doesn't know the right mouse button grab, it's going to be a slower process. So tempting to do Corlu's, but we're gonna wait. I have to be functional at Thanksgiving tomorrow with the in-laws. Functional as I am capable of being. Both my kids have been sick, so I'm hanging on a couch tonight. Okay. Emil! Where are you? My French friend. Basically, to help with your gathering, if it's on your line between point A and point B, just grab it. Even if you dump these materials or try to sell them for cheap on the market, you can check and see what they're going for. Either way, just get the bump in your gathering skills up. In this case, harvesting. Fire motes are definitely valuable to us. You get 70 harvesting really soon. We're probably just gonna have to get logging to 100 before we log off too. On our way back to town after we talk to Emil. We are too damn close. I can feel it. And we will need to make some more charcoal for the smelting that we were doing. Look at that big buck. Love the big elk, and I love the buffalo in this game. if you look at our axe, it's losing durability, so we'll have to do just a quick repair here. So just enter inventory screen, say repair all. You get a perk where you don't lose durability on your gathering tools, but it's not that great. It's a very small amount of gold and repair parts to fix your gathering tools. So get other perks before that one if you can help it. I think it's indestructible is the perk. Gonna have harvesting to 70 or 69 here soon. Got it. There's a bunch of trees between Emil and the town gate, so. And if your rock face has any slant in it, get a melee weapon out, hold down right click. And you can climb stuff that you wouldn't be able to climb otherwise. Emil will be all back. Notice there's a lore page there.
Oh, thank the spark you're safe. I heard news just after you departed the general's camp had fallen. To some, it would be. But I have never really sought power over others. So much responsibility.
Hey, we got the upgraded greatsword.
Much to be completely honest. My faith wavers at times. I see the spark clearly in you, however.
He'll follow us in battle any day.
I set myself up for that, didn't I? Call me
He's
Emil.
gonna attend our parlay.
What use our titles at the end of the world?
We're gonna be on track here to get our
Send
Azos staff
word
tier
of the
2.
time and location
Just
for your
5
parlay,
tiers of
and I will
Azos
come.
staff.
I
This is
hope
one reason we want to
time does
keep
not
up on our
prove me a
main
fool.
story quest. You can actually level out without
may
doing the
have
main story
been
quest,
proven
get to
already.
60. But you have to have a tier 5 Azos staff for some in-game activities, so that's one key reason to keep working on the main story quest. And we'll be able to fast travel up here to where the Soul Warden camp is. Bonus of running and getting that fast travel point. This is Fort Alazar. Almost 100, guys. Almost 100 logging. Almost 100 in our first skill. First trade skill. I'm gonna point it up on Greatsword. Let's do that before we forget. 99. Okay. We want to keep working on this side of the tree so we can unlock this special skill, Unrelenting Onslaught. So we need 2 more points before we can unlock it. I'm trying to think of what I normally take. Base attack damage by 20% when attacking foes above 90% health. That's a good one. Critical chance increased by 10% when attacking foes with an active debuff. We put debuffs on with a Rend and with Bleed. 20% haste for 5 seconds after using any onslaught tree ability. That's a good one too. Let's increase our speed. Increasing speed will give us more swings. So it doesn't sound like a damage output ability, but it really is. You can swing quicker for 5 seconds. Okay. Whoops. We got a rock. Sounds right through the trees. After this, peeps, we'll be able to harvest weird wood. And then we're really going to double down on mining. Even if we have to just start banging rocks. We'll just start clearing out whatever we can get. Whoops. It definitely does help with your experience. Just never feels as fast to me as the experience you get from mining or should be about 10 trees. Maybe a few more. But it's going way faster because we upgraded our tools to steel. Again, 2 more levels to buy star metal tools. Write myself a note on that. Bags are almost full. Will we have enough space before we hit 100? No, I don't want a rock. I want a tree. Maybe I have to run in and back out. In Morningdale. It's going to be really close. I think our bag's going to be full right before we hit 100. I mean, we could dump some wood on the ground, but I don't really want to. Oh, we made it. We've unlocked the weirdwood trees. Perfect timing. This is great. Okay, next time we'll be able to do Corlu's Mine. Here, we'll be able to bump up and do Fort Alazar, our main story quest. We're going to knock out 3 more faction missions. We'll think about doing that in Windsward again, because I really want a house in Windsward. Though we'll actually show that faction missions in Brightwood are probably the fastest to knock out of any territory. Boy, this town is still pretty sad as far as infrastructure goes. $70 smelting. It's not terrible. Could be worse. Bunch more silver. And a little bit of gold. So we'll get some gold ingots here. 3. Oh, because we're short on flux. Let's go grab a little bit of flux. Flux will be in Windsward. No. Everfall. There's some. Kind of low on flux, so that's why we want to raid chests. That's why we want to raid chests, stockpiles, caches. So we don't want to have to go to market and buy these farming mat, or these refinement mats. That's a good bump. 76. And let's throw all this stuff in the locker. When we get high enough level, we'll talk about sorting, but we need to get a bunch of other storage sheds unlocked to start effectively sorting our goods. All right, so what we got here? We got level 3 pants at 375. Little better protection, no perk, focus, and dex. We don't want dex. Or sorry, don't want focus. Don't need a green blunderbuss. All right, hey, a real upgrade. Okay, gonna lock this because we don't want to accidentally throw it away. So this is a 30 higher gear score, an extra 2 points of dex, exhilarate, plus 24% increased damage while your health's below 30%. We try not to let that happen too much, but that's not a terrible gem. We could swap that out. I like, again, Gambit. Stamina's not full. And Skyward Nullification. That works with our Skyward Slash. It takes a active buff off an enemy when we attack with Skyward Slash. Fact of the matter is, this guy's useful life is over. I can't sell it because I've equipped it. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that. We don't want to carry it around. Just cycling through our inventory and cleaning things up. We'll hold on to the bow. We might do a teeny bit of bow leveling. We want medium legs, most likely. It's intelligence and con. It's not going to work. Okay. Glowstones in the shed as well. We can learn this chair recipe. And any music here. Midnight Harmony bass. That's a pretty expensive page. Those we've already learned. Okay. How's that sword look? Nice. Some color. Okay. We're going to do one other quick thing here. Oh, shoot. Threw the gems in the locker. Yeah, we have this cut flawed opal. That's a better stone. Let's just leave it. It's going to throw the opal in, but it'll destroy that. And that is a full strength stone, so we're going to leave it in. It's not a bad buff. Basically helps you deal some really significant damage when you're kind of on your last legs health-wise. Can bail you out of some sticky situations. Okay. This thing we'll do is pick up another local quest.
You are welcome here. It has been for 300 perhaps.
Yeah, there's lost around here.
Herbalist Lau came here within the last
all
decade.
Over around here. So we're just going to pick up as many side quests as we can. Here's some clustered up here. We've got this guy, which isn't too far from Fort Alazar, and we'll pick up some faction missions as well. So, all right, so let's recap. What are our accomplishments for the night? We leveled Spear and Greatsword, at least a point each, which is awesome. Our trade skills, okay. Logging over 100. Mining, I think we're in the 50s, so we got at least 5 levels on mining. Some tracking and skinning progress. And then woodworking and smelting are coming along for sure. Next batch of wood we harvest, we'll just do woodworking to get that to 100. Then we can make weird wood planks. Okay. And we're up 2 levels from 34 to 36. Or 33 to 36. So we knocked out some key main story quest elements, including getting our heart gem implant. which makes us a full-fledged Soul Warden. So now we're trying to group the Soul Wardens together to fight the corruption. And in the process, we're going to try to get our tier 2 Azos staff in our next stream. So, hey, thanks everyone. This has been fun. Thanks to my ship's friends who showed up early on. And if you have a chance to check out this stream and made it this far, go ahead and review the first 2 YouTube videos we put out on our channel for New World on the leveling process improvements from level 1 to 25 and 5 things you can do to level smart in New World. Hey, thank you so much for checking us out live or checking us out on video on demand. Very much appreciated. I am VannKraken. I am out. Have an awesome Thanksgiving and see you later.